Hello friends, welcome back to another video. I'm Shani. If you are new here, welcome, and to my regular watchers, I always appreciate you. If you're watching and you like content like this, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. On the menu today, let's make this delicious Jamaican cocoa bread. Let's get started. You're gonna absolutely love them. So into a bowl, I have a little bit of water. I've added in some yeast and a bit of sugar. I'll leave everything in the description box for you. I'll just stir this up and I'll cover it up for about 5 to 10 minutes to let the yeast bloom. And in the meantime, you can just go ahead and prepare your flour. Alright, so after that 10 minutes, you can see the foam on the top. So now I'm just going to go ahead and pour this into my mixer. You can also use your hand to do this. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour in my warm milk. Next, I'll pour in 1 egg, as well as some melted butter, and then I'll add in a pinch of salt, and then now we're going to go ahead and add in our flour. Like I said, I'll leave everything in the description box for you below so that you can recreate this at home. So I'll just go ahead and get this onto my mixer, and if you were using your hand, you can just go ahead and use a spoon up to this point where it's so liquidy, and then you can go in with your hands. So I'll knead this for about 5 minutes on my mixer. And when it's done, I'll just go ahead and remove it. And I'll be using bread flour today, so I won't need a ton of kneading. So if you're going to be using your hand to do this, bear in mind you still won't need a lot of kneading for this, because when you knead flour, you're developing the gluten, and this is very high gluten flour, so the gluten is already developed. So you won't need a lot of work. So I'm just folding this up a little bit into a ball, and then I'll just let this rest for about 2 or 3 minutes. So next, I'll just go ahead and be cutting my dough. This amount of dough can make 10 cocoa bread, but I'm gonna go with 8 today. They might be a bit big, but I'm gonna go with 8. So I'm just dividing up my dough here into that 8 pieces, and then I'll just go ahead and form these into a ball. And this is already gonna help to determine my shape. When I form these into a ball, I'll just go ahead and roll them out to that shape, to a flat round disc. Alright, so I'm just rolling them to form them into a ball here on the counter. So I'll cover these up while I work with one at a time. So on my work surface, I'll just go ahead and sprinkle some flour, just a little bit, and then some on top of the dough so that it doesn't stick to my rolling pin. And I'll just roll out to a round circle shape. And this is all you need. I don't know the measurement, what to say, but I'm just looking for a round shape about the size of a dinner plate. Like a serving appetizer plate. So this looks good. So I'll just go ahead and get this on a sheet, and then I'll just brush some butter on it. I'm just brushing it on one side here, but you can brush it on the whole thing and then close it up. But just on one side for me, because when I close it, the other side will hit the butter. So I'll just close this up, and I'll just do another one just to show you. So here again, I've rolled out the dough to the size of that appetizer plate, and then I'm just brushing on the butter here, and then I'll just go ahead and fold this over once again. And I think the butter just helps so that the dough doesn't stick to each other, to the top and the bottom doesn't stick together. So here we are with all of them done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just cover these up, and these should rise for about an hour, 45 minutes, depending on how warm your home is. So here it's been about an hour, and these look okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and brush them with a little bit of egg wash, and that's gonna help to give me a nice brown color on the top. If you didn't want to use the egg wash, you could just use a little bit of milk, and that you could achieve that brown color as well. So just go ahead and brush on the butter, and I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and these will bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. So into the oven we go, and I'll show you when they're done. Alright, so here we are. They're golden and nicely puffed where I want them to be. So I'm just brushing on some more melted butter on the top, and that's going to help to soften them, and they're going to taste even more delicious. So brush down the butter and let these cool and get on to enjoying. All right, so here they are laid out nicely on a platter here. So this is one of them. So you could just open, and then I'm gonna go ahead and place my patty inside, because that's how you normally eat cocoa bread and patty. So here we are. This is a spicy beef patty, which I'm not gonna have today, but that's how you would normally serve this. So I'll just go ahead and rip one open so that you can see what it looks like in here. All right, nice and light, and it's fluffy to a certain degree. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and bite into that, and it is delicious. So there I'm showing you the back and the front there, and this is nice. So you can go ahead and serve these up, have some with tea, a drink, and enjoy. Thanks for watching. Bye.